for the deputy leader, Julie Bishop was the one person who nominated for that role, and she is the deputy leader of the Liberal Party. The process of the party room was as usual, and the ballot was conducted in accordance to precedents.
Orderly.
It is always orderly in our party room.
Absolutely.
What did the Prime Minister say?
As I said, this was conducted by way of precedent, and he thanked his colleagues for their support, and we will get on with the business now of governing in the interests of all Australians. Thank you. Thank you.
When Turnbull called to open the leadership, what were his opening remarks?
Confirmation that the vote has occurred, and it is 48 votes to Malcolm Turnbull, 35 votes to Peter Dutton. Chris Yulman is with us now in Canberra. Is that a ringing endorsement for the Prime Minister?
No, too close, Deb, way too close for the Prime Minister, because he had to have a thumping majority in that party room to confirm his leadership, and as I said, Peter Dutton only really needed to win by one vote. So the Prime Minister has been badly damaged by his own party now. He'll come out and say all the usual things that we've heard from all the Prime Ministers that went before him, that he now leads the united party room. Well, that party room is clearly not united, and what he did today was to try and act quickly to blindside the challenge. Given another fortnight, who knows, Peter Dutton may well have gotten closer. So I don't know that this puts it to bed at all.
Yeah, 7 votes is way too narrow, I would assume, for the Prime Minister's breathing space right about now. He'd be feeling quite anxious.
Yeah, David, these things become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So this disunity inside the party feeds into the next round of news polls. They crash, their numbers go badly. They've got a fortnight now back in their electorates. They'll have people complaining at them. In Queensland, more pressure will be put on by people who say they're resigning from the party. The usual band of commentators that surround this thing will say that Malcolm Turnbull is dead, a dead man walking. And so the Prime Minister now carries that burden with him, and he may well carry it all the way to the next election. But as I said earlier, I think that all we're doing is confirming the fact that Bill Shorten will canter to be Prime Minister come the next election.
Now, we've seen Malcolm Turnbull backtrack on the energy policy. What will this mean for other policies such as the company tax cuts?
Yeah, and as Ross was telling you, what we're seeing now and what some ministers said that they were concerned about is that we will now see a whole lot of very bad policy. And lost in the wash of this too is that the National Energy Guarantee is a reliability guarantee. We face some really serious issues with energy in this country. Now the chance of doing something about that appears to have been lost. Company tax cuts will go down in the Senate, and then the Liberal Party and National Party will wash their hands of that forever. So the company tax cuts will be pegged at companies with a turnover of up to $50 million, and big business will be left out in the cold. And the Prime Minister, of course, will try and reboot. No doubt he'll try and think of something that he thinks will re-engage his party and its base and re-engage the electorate.